Hello friends, welcome back into the Golden Tea Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It is time to take a look at this week's Freaky Friday Daily Contest. It is the Reverse Round 2010. Your favorites from Great Wall, Bella Toscana, Southern Oaks, Monument Valley, and Tahiti Cove. A tough year of Golden Tea, especially if you have joined in the more recent years. It has gotten a wee bit easier. Oh, can we start off with a hole-in-one? That would have been beautiful. But hey, we are on the green. This is hole 18 of the Great Wall. A fun, drivable par 4, but also one that you can potentially water if you get a little egregious like I did, but that's okay. The important part is we got the eagle. Now we have 17 of Tahiti Cove. This par 3 can play a couple of different ways. This is one of the longer tee boxes. Even though I didn't do it, I highly recommend that you use the some bite there just to be safe. Now, this is pre-recorded because I am out of the office, actually on real vacation, as long as I don't get sick again. So this may or may not... Oh, stop. This may or may not be the same exact setup that you see on Friday. It worked out really well last week during... where I did a test play and I was able to set it for Friday. We may do the same again this week depending on how scoreable and how drivable some of these looks are. Number 4 here. This is Monument number 15. This is a tough one. It's not always drivable, but the fact that you can at least get up there and get close to it, there's going to be a handful of people out there that are able to just chip that in. Ooh, thought maybe I could have been one of them. That is that's definitely a hole that is going to challenge you in the sense of, you know, are you okay with walking away with a birdie, or did you really want to get an eagle? You know, maybe play a few more games and see what you can do there. All right, number 5 here is Bella Toscana 14. Drivable par 4. This is a tough one because you got this big house. You got a lot of trees here. What I'm going to try to do, and I can't guarantee it's going to work. Oh, look at that. It's clear with the 8-wood. I pushed it a little bit farther to the right than I wanted to, but it's actually probably the better play because if you hit it too far to the left, you've got a good chance. Oh, that was awful. You've got a good chance of getting it wet. And we're just going to ignore the fact that I just went from eagle to par here. But if you hit it out to the farther right of the green, you're going to have a little bit of a longer putt, but at least you have a chance of getting there in one. And then hole number 6 here, it is Tahiti Number 13. Nice drivable par 4. Although not as straightforward as I'm sure some of you would like it. So you're going to have to put in a little work there. So far, I really like this setup, though. So, the more I play through it, the more I'm like, okay, we can make this work. The Great Wall, number 12. Fun, par 3. Now, again, because this is a reverse round, it's not going to necessarily be a massive super scoring round. Unless you get really sweet par 3 set up like this. But the opportunity is out there to hit a very, very good score. Now, a hole that may give you a bit trouble, and I'm kind of kicking myself for putting it in, is Monument Valley number 11, hole 8 here. Look at those horses. Didn't even know those horses exist because I was too worried about my terrible shot I'm going to hit. You don't have a lot of wiggle room here. Very small gap to get through there. I'm going to go ahead and tee this 5-wood high. Now you're most likely going to hit it too hard. If you do not use a high tee, you've got a chance of getting lucky there. But in my opinion, the high tee is probably the better option. I'm sure there's a chance somebody may end up with shot of the week if they hit that rock at the right angle. But with that pin being so tucked in the right corner, it makes it a little difficult. Hole number 9, this is Tahiti Cove number 10. Nothing too glamorous here, straightforward par 4, but this one I've always just enjoyed. I'm going to come in a little hot with the 5 hybrid, especially. Don't forget there is the elevation change there. Number 10 is Bella Toscana, number 9. If you've never played this course before, welcome. This hole is a very tough one. But we also kept it on here because it's not an impossible par 5. I've got it over here to the first cut, which means we're going to be able to probably just take our 8-wood. You're going to have a little bit of an offset, but you should have no problems getting past the tree there. May even get a double eagle out of it. Moving on to number 11 is Monument Valley number 8. So this is a par 5. I've always loved this one because there's a couple different ways you can go about it. This one we're going to just high tee it. I don't trust myself enough to hit it through that little gap, so just go ahead, push it over here. And then you've got a pretty nice but short distance for double eagle. I'm going to move it left and right one just to see how that green slope changes. It's going a little bit to the left, so hopefully it'll offset that 10 mile an hour to the right a tad bit. $1,850 in the prize pool for this today's contest, so make sure you're going to goldentee.com/locations to find a game near you, whether it's Golden Tee 2021 or Golden Tee PGA Tour. And then you've got a chance here. Number 12, Southern Oaks, number 7. It's actually, for being an offset par 4, works out really well with the 11 mile an hour wind. Ultra shot? Oh, would have been beautiful. Hey, anytime you can putt for eagle, that's all we can be happy for. 13, Tahiti Cove, number 5. Again, another one of those fun par 3s. I've always really enjoyed this one. I don't know why. Anytime I've seen this and closest to the pin, it always is a good one for me because the elevation change, you can use that sand to slow down a nice 5 hybrid. Ooh, and here we get to number 14, which is Great Wall 5. This is probably the longest look you'll see on this hole. Not impossible. I mean, so far after 14 holes, that's been the probably harder, not hardest. I mean, that Monument Valley one was pretty tough. But honestly, this might be where we're going. All right, number 15. Monument Valley, number 4. Another mainstay and closest to the pin before we went par 3 only. Beautiful setup here with 11 mile an hour wind. High tee it. You don't even necessarily need to. I just did it for my own security. Oh, look at that. And then I missed the chip. In my head, I thought, man, there's no way you can miss this chip. So I found a way to miss the chip. Number 16 is Southern Oaks. Number 3. Very rarely will you ever see this hole with a 16 mile an hour wind. Oh, look at that. Oh, come on. '17 is Tahiti Cove, number 2. Again, another par 4 that you very rarely see with a massive amount of wind, which will definitely make for some interesting tee shots on this hole. Oh, just a little too soft. And then 18 is Bella Toscana, number 1. Unfortunately, there's not a really exciting choice here for hole number 1 on these courses. But with the setup like this, you can actually get it down there even with that wind in your face. Oh, do it. Do it. Oh. All right. Put the 3 hybrid in your bag. Make sure you go to goldentee.com/locations to find a game near you. $1,850 in the prize pool. We'll see you guys next week.